Everybody get your fucking hands up.
Have always kind of strived to be the best as they can, and on an international level they had, I think, fairly good success last year. SI, that was where we've seen BDS be the real last hope for EU, and well, at the moment we have Empire there who joining them in terms of EU's hope. G2, of course, we'll see them play later as well. A big day for G2. Makers over on the B group as well, doing okay, but BDS, I think, a clear favorite for EU. If any team from EU is going to win the Invitational, if you're a betting man, which I am not, I have about maybe 1.2 million in channel points just sitting there. I think that's a safe pick, is BDS.
Is that the secret to stacking channel points? Just don't bet.
That's it, just watch it.
Because I think there's probably a lot of channel points got lost yesterday.
I would say so. Dev upsets today. Almost upsets, I would say, so far, but this game, not an upset, just a dominant performance.
Liquid have chosen to go back downstairs here. They're still trying to find something, desperately searching for a round here on Oregon on the defense. BDS have just been looking far too dominant in every factor. The coordination, the ability to frag out and to get those kills, the way that they're just able to pinch and squeeze. They've not brought a Nomad for 2 rounds, and still the fear of God has been struck inside of the players on the side of Team Liquid, and they're still not roaming, they're still not getting themselves out there. Shaiko doing exactly the same thing every single round. Bottom of Laundry Stairs, gone 6 onto the desk, removing that Banshee, and just allowed now to put pressure. He doesn't often get many kills from this point. It's actually the other members of the team that are able to get kills, but it's the pressure that's applied from here that is the really key thing.
Exactly the same setup. Deja vu once again for Liquid. They've been in this place before, and Shaiko! Another curveball being thrown at the faces of Liquid. What is happening to this mighty Brazilian side? BDS are tearing him as if it's a tier 4 team. Shaiko having fun, he's in the bomb site, he misses out on the kill though. Palu shuts him down finally, but BDS are once again continuing to push that backside. Ness goes down, a 3 versus 2, PSK bleeding out on the floor. Palu once again left in the clutch position. There's 1, 2 more to find. Can he do it? Lines up the shot, but no. Bridge ready for him. BDS 5-0.
BDS look unstoppable here today, Demo on Oregon. Tearing Liquid limb from limb. There's really nothing that Liquid are able to do against the sheer aggression and gun skill that BDS are putting out here today. Not shying away from any engagement, able to get that first opening pick, which they have done in every single round, and then just further capitalize on that from there. Finally, but finally, Liquid are going to change things up. They are going now to go to meeting. Now, this could be one of those situations, Demo, where Liquid come out here and they win meeting and they wish they'd gone there sooner, because so far we have just flipped and flopped between Laundry and Kidstorm, and nothing has been working for Liquid. A third site has been crucial, because BDS have just been able to rinse and repeat, doing exactly the same things round after round, just alternating depending on where the site is. Now we see a little bit of something different here from Liquid. Is it going to be enough to change their fortunes here? Even if they do get around here, Demo, it is going to be an enormous uphill battle.
5-0, so difficult to come back from, and 5 attacks in Oregon, pretty unheard of. We don't see this all too often. Defense usually get a round or 2 in there, but Liquid not even getting 1 so far. Final defense round for them. Is a 6-0-1 for BDS, Ollie?
Quite possibly.
Look at the kill difference.
Well, that paints a pretty good picture, doesn't it? You know, we know that Team Liquid are a team that can go out there and frag out with the best of them. And today, so far, they have kind of just not shown up. We're dealing with, let's see, we've got Moringa, he's sitting on 1, 6K 2, PSK still yet to find 1, Nesk 2, Palu 5. Between them, they've got 10 kills. That is not going to cut it inside of 5 full rounds played. It's 2 kills a round.
BDS, can you close out a good half. 6 rounds to 0, or will Liquid finally get the 1 round they've been looking for? We'll need a lot more after that as well, and Shaiko straight in with the Gemini. Find out some information of this top floor hold that Liquid have set up in preparation for their defensive hold in towards meeting. 2 players above, MARLOE and Nesk. See how BDS want to establish that. I think Shaiko, he's probably going to try and get himself in Ollie as quick as he can. Here comes another nade, and this is the scary part for Liquid, is where is he going to come from? Where are those nades going to be hitting? Shaiko instead just thinks, okay, let's take a little bit more time. BDS very controlling of how they're doing, and Shaiko just going to go straight in for the swing. Ollie, he's a madman.
I mean, MARLOE might not be hitting as many rounds as BDS today, but he's still not someone that you can just carelessly swing onto like that, because he will punish you. The confidence here from BDS clearly showing, but they do take a moment to breathe. Raphael finds another nade over onto Nesk. These nades have been so effective from BDS, regularly making them count. Information now being able to be gathered on the Gemini. Raphael tempted to push his way on through. We know that the player has since dropped on out of the attic, but Renshiro, he's turned his attention elsewhere. He's going to take down Moringa. Palu has made it back on into the site as the diffuser is going down. Bride is looking to lock it through. Shaiko there with the shoulder cover. Palu finds one. Can Palu find more? Yes! He finds himself a double, but Alems is there with the trade. The plant did go down, and it leaves us in an equal 2 versus 2.
2v2 Alems swinging up white stairs, and it gives the cover to Rafal, and now PSK all by himself, a 1 versus 2 in the post plant. Can he do it? No, he cannot. BDS! Oh my word, I can't believe I'm about to say it. 6-0 up against Team Liquid.
On the attack on Oregon. Incredible stuff here being displayed by BDS. All of that is enough to put them on a match point. They are speed running Oregon here today, any percent against Team Liquid. Palu tried for a time and was able to pick up some frags. It was a little bit of a scrappier round, I think, from BDS. We saw them getting themselves into more gunfights. There were more kills inside of that round than I think we've seen in a couple of the others put together for both, for Liquid. But ultimately, the diffuser being planted, the upstairs cover, the vertical angles working against poor old PSK there in that final clutch. It just made things very difficult indeed for Liquid. And now, Demo, they have a task on their hands.
Attackers need to locate and defuse.
Credit where it's due for BDS. Unbelievable. What they're doing is unspeakable. No one would have ever have called this. But I feel sad. I feel a little bit sad because Liquid are not showing us who they really are. And it's a shame to see. This is supposed to be a big match between 2 titans of their own regions. And it doesn't feel like that at all. I just don't know what's happening to Liquid.
I mean, if you're a BDS fan, it's probably quite a good place to be. They have shook off the match that they played earlier. That's said and done. Said and done. It's in the book. They can relax now after Cloud9 took them to all available rounds over on Cafe, because they've come out here on Oregon and they've bounced back. They've flicked that switch. They've reset the mental. And they've got themselves onto a match point as quickly as they possibly could. Liquid now with a lot of work to do. I'm kind of worried, Demo. We're seeing Sexy Cake bringing the blitz. If you're not familiar with Latin America, you might be thinking, yeah, this happens all the time. Sexy Cake plays Shields, plays the blitz. Blitz is someone that's used quite often in Latin America. Not recently. This isn't something we've seen. This is new territory.
I think a bit of panic has set in for Liquid. I think me and you have talked about if we see a team bring a blitz, you're really grasping at straws. It's not the greatest operator to bring. Yes, sure, we've seen success of it, but for the most part, we have not seen great stuff from blitz. Nesk, finally, we see a good pick opening up for Liquid, and perhaps this could give them their first round. BDS still have a bit more roam pressure, though, upstairs and towards the big towers where Renshiro will be, and oh, he finds another one, Ollie. Renshiro today has been on a different planet.
It's the first time that we've seen Liquid get the opening kill as well, and just so quickly this time it was responded to. It's Renshiro, as you say, Demo. Currently 9-2. The guy is absolutely popping off, only bettered by Alems sitting there at 10-3. Moringa is going to try and take this challenge. I think he knows that someone's there. He's certainly got a drone working for him. Going to air jab out onto the staircase, stop anybody from being able to rotate on up. But it almost feels like it's a bit too late for the air jobs to be going down as we're at the halfway point in the round. It's going to secure the flank for later on, but a little bit of damage has already been done. Losing your Zephyr is never ideal. You're going to lose out on a lot of utility there. Harley manages to make a nade sing, as it seems to be a day of nades here between these two teams on Oregon.
Rafael now in pillar, has that SMG with the Scorpion. Deadly weapon. There's close ranges, but towards the medium distances, you need to have some good control on your mouse. Sexy Cake eyeing up the blitz push, but Brit is there with the smokes, trying to delay that as long as he can. Still 50 seconds left on the clock, and it gives Liquid plenty of time to see where they want to set up and push. Nearly everyone from BDS, yeah, everyone is actually geared up, ready for this blue push. Nobody's sitting inside of Laundry. Shaiko going very aggressive, even swinging that opening on the E-box wall. And is he going to go for it again? Yes, he will, and there's the blitz. Because it is a blitz, that means he cannot confirm the kill. And Sexycake now in the prime position to try and hold on to that elbow rotate.
Sexycake looking to push on through now, but meeting the gun of Raphael. He's not going to be able to get himself through all too much there, as players from BDS are going to start to retreat ever so slightly. Moringa finding a rotation kill there onto Shaiko, but it is responded to as MARLOE falls. Bride now with the Toxic Babe canisters, tossing them on out. Goes for a bit of a swing, but no, Moringa is still there. PSK comes in with a frag. Team Liquid, they pick up their first round. And let's be honest, they had no other choice, Demo. They couldn't leave it any later. BDS still here on a match point. Could this be the start of a comeback? Could this be the start of an attacker-sided Oregon between these two teams?
If you're a LATAM dreamer, then certainly, Ollie. I only have to ask you, do you think it's possible?
I mean, statistically,
okay, so now I know
likely,
that all the Liquid people have been having wonderful dreams last night. I'm going to bring in the reality. They still need to have 5 rounds, 5 perfect rounds against BDS.
That's the problem. Liquid now cannot afford to make a mistake. They need to play Flawless Siege from here on out. BDS, they only need to get lucky once. And with the way they've been playing today, I don't think that those guys are relying all too much on luck.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
BDS immediately switching away from that basement. Now they're going to move in towards that kids. Clash being brought as well by Rafael, which is a bit of a new one to see from BDS, actually using a bit of shield play. We see it every now and again for Oregon, probably Clash's best map in my opinion. A lot of great information you can gain. I think the big thing of Oregon in terms of information is if you can find out early where teams are setting up their attacks, it helps you a lot in the late stage, because then you're going to know where to move your utility and be able to set up in the correct positions.
I think maybe the only downside here to playing the Clash is that you get yourself into a position where there's a lot of crossfires that you can get established here on Oregon, especially on that top floor. So it does make it quite difficult to stay there quite safely. And I think that that's something that we do see teams, you know, sometimes struggle with it. You've got to have a specific plan, and if Rafal is just going to play inside of the attic, then that's going to be great. But if he does start to move out, and there are plenty of players still alive from the side of Liquid to exploit from the windows and doors, it can be a little bit tricky.
Lem's on the Valkyrie, an operator that is very, very scary on a kid's defense. Find out the information, being able to supply a C4 from below onto a possible defuse, and there you have a easy kill, and can be the saving grace of a round in many times. Liquid, once again, trying to get in early, have that map control. We see BDS, I think, be a little bit more aggro on the defense compared to Liquid. Liquid were very happy to sit back, relax, and let BDS do their thing, which, in the long term, did cost them Ollie 6 rounds by not having that aggressive standpoint. You're really giving BDS everything to work with. And now BDS, happy enough to just send one man below. And even, I mean, look at the Clash, can even rotate downstairs and help Outlands if needed.
I'll see where the air jobs get placed here by Moringa. He has a chance to try and restrict that roam game somewhat. You're going to have to do something about Lem's down there, though, because he has got the C4 and he will have the information. Obviously, the human drone there of Rafal on the Clash. He's able to ping out anybody that's pushing on in, and, of course, Valkyrie's cameras as well. You've got to be careful here for a C4, and do worry just a little bit, because Liquid look very sort of concise and very focused here on pushing through Trophy. They have, however, managed to get the games room breach open, so there is an option for them to play with.
Banshee gone as well, which means Sexy Cake has an easier time of getting into the bomb site. I wonder if he'll try and just beeline it straight for Attic and try and challenge in towards Shaiko. That is the question. Wouldn't be surprised if he did. He could smoke off the cross and then just simply walk in and try and take that engagement. Talk about engagements downstairs. Next, we'll have the first one off the round, and Lambs goes down. There's the clash trying to hold him back and feed that information back to the remaining defenders. With 40 seconds, Liquid, they have that first kill that they need, but they need to have a lot more if they want to win this round.
Sexy Cake threatening now to push on in, just gathering a little bit of information. He is eventually going to commit, but he is going to be met with the clash. Not really sure on which way to go. Go hella aggressive on this one and get taken down by Red Shearer. Look at these kills stack up here for BDS. It's do or die time now for Liquid. They're in the 4 versus 2, making a 4 versus 1. Every hope now rests on MARLOE. This is match point for BDS. MARLOE goes for a swing, finds one. It's not enough. BDS on Oregon. 7-1 here against Liquid.
Another 7-1 for BDS in this competition. They did it against G2 and they've done it against Liquid as well. My oh my, Ollie, a match which was pitched to be this outright clobber of both teams.